Hello, welcome to the Accessing and Navigating USC Lancaster Electronic Resources tutorial. This is part 1. My name is Katrina Davis Kendrick. I'm a professor and librarian here at the University of South Carolina, Lancaster. Today we'll talk about 2 items in 2 parts. Part 1, we'll talk about how to access and navigate USCL databases. And in part 2, we'll talk about how to find books and electronic books. Keep in mind that you will need a valid USCL student email account and password to access USCL databases. You can always return to these videos to review steps that I'm going to show you today, and you can contact the Medford librarian with any questions about USCL resources. Let's get started. To access any USCL Medford Library electronic resources, you'll want to start at the university's website, which is lancaster.sc.edu. From there, you'll want to click on the link in this blue bar that goes to Medford Library. For this first part, we'll take a look at databases. So for intents and purposes for your research, click on the Resources by Subject link, and then click on the Library Guides by Subject link. Today, I'm going to focus on communications, and then I'll click that sublink. All the research guides look similar. They're designed to get you from the beginning of your research project to the end. Today, we'll focus on the Find Articles tab and the Find Books tab. For this first part, let's look at Finding Articles. I'm going to click on the Find Articles tab. Today, I'm going to show you 2 databases, Academic Search Complete, CQ Researcher. I also want to strongly encourage you to look at Opposing Viewpoints in Context and Facts.com Issues and Controversies. If you're comfortable working in these 2 databases, you'll be able to navigate these 2 databases as well. Let's start with Academic Search Complete. Remember, when you're off campus, you'll be prompted to type in your username and password. Your username is the first part of your student email account, and your password is the same one for your student email account. Once you do that, you'll see this page. We're in Academic Search Complete. I want to encourage you to click on the Advanced Search button. Now for your research, you're looking at broad topics like education, race, gender, and so on. I strongly recommend that you narrow those terms down to an aspect of those larger topics. For instance, if I search education, there's 1.5 million results. However, I can look at an aspect of education, let's say college and debt, and do a new search, and you will see that significantly reduces my results. Another way you can reduce your results quickly is to use the limiters on the left side. You can narrow down by year. Let's see, we'll go to 2000 for the last 15 years. That narrowed it down a little bit. And you can also narrow down to scholarly and peer-reviewed journals. Professors really like those. That knocked it down quite a bit. And you can even look at subjects. So what this tells me is out of 883 results, 44 talk about United States, 34 discuss economic aspects. I'm going to click the Show More button and choose all the items that I'm interested in. So I'm interested in college debt in the United States. I'm also concerned about economic aspects of college debt and economic conditions. And I'll go ahead and throw in social aspects too. So you'll see that it's going to bring me back those results. I'm going to click Update now. That narrowed down to 85 results. That's about 8.5 pages worth of results. Quite less than starting with 1.5 million on the general topic of education. So what are you looking at when you're looking at this results list? Well, it's literally a results list. So I'm going to look at some articles here. Now you'll recognize that there's some information right away. Here's your article title. Here's the rest of your citation information. And you automatically know right away if it's available to you electronically. This says you'll need to request it through interlibrary loan. That means we don't own it. However, if you see something that says PDF full text or HTML full text, that means we have it right away and you can get it. I'm going to click this Introduction Life and Debt article. Clicking on that link tells me more information about it. I can see more authors, and you can see that I can click on this author and see if there's any more articles that this author has written. I see here the source. This is the journal title, the date, the volume, the issue, and the pagination. What's also helpful is there are other subject terms here. How you might call something might be different from how the database talks. So these are helpful. So you can use these terms to do a new search and get different results. If you are interested in this article, you can click this PDF full text link and it will bring that article directly to you. Here's the article. How easy is that? If you would like to use this article after reading it, you can always click this icon, this yellow piece of paper over here to the right. Click that and it will show you the information you need to cite it. Just scroll and you'll see more information. Here's MLA. Keep in mind that this service is not perfect, because if you cut and paste this into your works cited as is, you will be in a little bit of trouble, because this needs to be, for instance, in Times New Roman font, 12-point font, 12-point size, and if you need to indent it, you'll want to make sure it's double spaced. So keep in mind that this service puts it in order for you, but it's not necessarily ready to go. You'll still want to make some changes, and you can consult your manual or talk with your teacher about that. I'm going to go back. You can also save it from here. You can print it, and you can save it to a folder or email it to yourself. So there's lots you can do from this search. I'm going to go back to the Find Articles tab, and the next database I'm going to show you is CQ Researcher. Again, you'll be asked to log in. You may be asked to log in. This is CQ Researcher, and what I find helpful about this particular database is that it gives you a large report that gives you a lot of background on current and controversial or relevant topics. So again, I'm going to do an advanced search, and I'm going to type in college and debt. And here's my results list. This looks a little different. These results are long reports. So you'll see here, even though I typed in college and debt, it gives me information, different reports about various aspects of college and debt. I'm interested in student debt, so I'm going to click this link. This is the report on student debt. What's helpful about this database is these tools on the side. So you can get an overview about a topic. You can get background about a topic. You can even look at a chronology to see the development of this topic. As you can see, the discussion of student debt started as early as the 1940s and continues today. You can also look at maps and graphs. Keep in mind to be sure to look at the source, because there may be updated graphs from those same sources. For instance, this is from 2010, but this source may have a newer map talking about the same information. You can also look at a bibliography, which can help you identify books that you can see if Medford Library owns, and you can read them on your own. Again, there's a Cite Now button, and you can click there and it'll bring up the different citation styles. And there it is for MLA style. Remember, as you can see here, this is not double spaced, so if you cut and paste that, you'll want to make that change and also change the font and the font size. If you have more information, you can look at contacts, and you can even read about the author. If you choose to, you can elect to see this as a PDF. It will bring you this document in PDF form, and then you can save it to your personal computing device. And you see here is the PDF, the same report in PDF form. I'm going to return to the Find Articles tab in the Research Guide. And remember, I've shown you Academic Search Complete and CQ Researcher. Other databases you'd like to try or may want to try are Opposing Viewpoints in Context and Facts.com, Issues and Controversies. You can use the same methods you've employed for these and these. In the next video, I'll show you how to look up ebooks and print books at Medford Library.